Yeah, people, Chrissy Salem stepping up to the plate to talk about making winning a habit. Because we've got all kinds of habits, am I right? And maybe winning's not one of them. Talking to you individually, there's a lot of stuff going on. Get some better light there. Oh yeah, we've never met before. I'm Chrissy Salem, inspirational speaker, YouTube channel here on TikTok. Want to talk to me? Direct message me. Comments in the live disappear. You having a good time? Did I stop you? Oh, I stopped you. Just roll with it. You got to roll with it. Because I got something you need to hear. Because you're tired of, well, not winning. You know, your money, flatline, boring. Your waistline, expanding. Or it's already expanded. Oh, and your love life, what love life? Forget about that. So you're not happy. So you might just go to work, come back, do your gaming, do your TV watching, and just rinse, repeat, and you never feel like a winner. And your bank account don't look like a winner's account. Neither does your waistline or your love life. And these aren't hard things to fix. So be encouraged, man. Don't have to stay that way. Oh, we've never met before. I'm Chrissy Salem. I'm going to show you something different. Because winning is a habit. You got all kinds of habits. You did whatever to get them. Well, winning's the same way. If you practice winning, you start winning. It's the action that you're taking. So listen, you and I've got 3 things in common. Oh, shout out to Nurse Christina who's on. Oh, any drive-by negative comments? Feel free to grab a binky bottle because they're for you. I don't want you to feel excluded. Oh, and Jess is on, and Jen is on, and oh, Megan. Lady. Oh, the squad is out. So if you can leave a nasty comment, feel free. TikTok don't get you. Oh, we'll get you with a binky bottle. And you can say, what did you do yesterday morning? Oh, I got a binky bottle with Chrissy Salem. But you and I got 3 things in common. And if those 3 things aren't addressed on a daily basis, oh, your self-confidence, oh, it's in the toilet. And why would you want your self-confidence in the toilet? Money. You and I both want money. We don't want to be thinking about it, worrying about it. Am I right? Check. You and I both want excellent health. We want to look amazing. Right? No aches and pains, great sleep, great energy, lots of stamina. You know it. Check that box. Oh, and number 3, you and I both want more romance. Yeah, romance done your way. Are you a queen looking for a king? He's coming, I hope. Oh, are you a king going rock shopping for your future queen? It's happening today, you know. Oh, are you a young prince just rolling out of bed and man, you better hurry up, you're going to be late to work. Oh, and you kiss your other young prince goodbye and off you go. Or are you a couple young princesses just starting out? Or do you want one on each arm? It doesn't matter what scenario I play out. You have an idea in your mind of what is the ideal romance for you. So see, if we're not working on these 3 areas of our life, it jacks with our self-confidence, and it only keeps going further and further south. You start to drift. Who's guilty of drifting? You know, drift into a bad relationship. Some promises were made. You had some different ideas. I was drifted into a bad job. Never take a job for the money. It's a regrettable decision. So we start to drift. And that just adds to our misery and us being unhappy. And yet, a lot of us don't walk around with a sign saying, I really feel miserable. And some of you wear it on your sleeves, Come on, do something about it. That's why we're here. But you want to feel like a winner. You want to wake up and feel like a winner. Look in the mirror. Oh, you're looking at a winner. So it's about taking action in those 3 areas. So the first thing we got to do, now listen, if we're a couple dudes, all right, listen, man, nothing weird. We're just talking. We're just talking because if it's a good conversation, this is what happens. Iron sharpens iron. See, we both win. Oh, if this is a romantic notion, because we get those here sometimes. Oh, short checklist. pull up that little leather love seat. Oh, and turn the lights down low. Oh, that's much better. All right, so goals are goals. We have to have a goal for our money. You know what's bugging you about your money? Not enough. We're still at the beginning of July. July could be a really great month for you. And we're at the beginning. Remember last week you were sweating it out and you made it, so hang in there. We talked about that. Oh, we've never met before. I'm Chrissy Salem. Oh, the Saturday morning cartoon you wish you had when you were a kid. And hit that like button. Because you know you're having a good time. You're like, WTF, am I watching? But this is pretty cool. Because today you needed to change the scenery. Check. Oh, you needed to change a company. Check. To get you to stop. And say, you know what? I'm tired of my bank account being flat. Oh, always trying to lose the same weight over and over. And this love life. See, you get to that point, oh, and great things start to happen. Because you've always thought about that new version of you. This is how we get to it. It's got a lot to do with your money. So what do you need to do? You need to get a job. Let's get that checked off the list. Can't find a job. Chrissy, I can't find a job. Get a sales job. Sales is always hiring. And you get them people skills. Oh man, you're ready for the market. You could do something. We don't say no. We look for a way. Or do you have a job trying to move up? Oh man, hit the ground running on that. You know, it's going to be more money. So whatever your situation is with your money, write it down. Keep it short. I don't have enough. Too many bills. Or for example, I need a job. What is it? Write it down. That's what a winner does. See what I'm talking about? A winner writes it down. So that's the first check mark you get for being a winner this morning. Number 2, your health. You know, 70% of you are overweight or obese. Oh, that's a fixable problem. But you got to be all in for you. Maybe it's not a pressing problem, but you know it's a problem because, 3-4 years ago when you were a large, I don't think you wrote down that someday I want to be a 3XL. I don't buy it. Or maybe you're the person that's always losing the same weight. I mean, you get into good programs, you stick to it. Oh, you stick to the diet, you spend the money. But you're on and off on it that weight. You're always within 25 pounds, back and forth. It's like a never-ending cycle. Is that you? Whatever your health problem is, your malady, get it written down. We got to fix it. We got to take a step. Take a step to fixing it. And number 3, when it comes to romance, let's set the romance aside for a second. But let's both agree that you and I both have a list on the inside or maybe written down of non-negotiable qualities we want in that one partner for a lifetime. Now, most people want that one love of a lifetime. Oh, my lover and my best friend. Am I right? But there's been a problem, hasn't there? We've all got this in common. There's a problem. That person doesn't appear. Sometimes somebody pops in, looks like them. Not them. Oh, kind of tastes like them. Nope. Oh, kind of feels like them in the dark. Nope. And round and round we go and the clock is ticking. So when I figured out the problem and I started addressing it, I said, wait a minute, this is too good. Oh, this is too good. So there's a problem. There's another list. I call it a stinker list. Yeah, a stinker list. Because there's things about you that, stink. I know, ouch. Who are you to say that? Well, receive the word with some maturity. Hear me out. Something we can all agree on that you can really stink at or be really good at is punctuality, right? Being on time. Man, you could excel in being on time, or you could excel in being not on time. I don't think anybody's born punctual. You got to work on it. So if you're not an on-time person, that's socially unattractive. People don't like it. And it's economically unattractive. Yeah, because you're chipping away at your paycheck. And the kind of things we want to do are things that are socially attractive and economically attractive. Oh, because these are the times that we live in. We got to work within the rules, and that's how we move. We can bend them, we can complain, but man, there's rules set. Like for example, a good one is, well, I shouldn't be judged by the way I look. I shouldn't be judged by the way I look. Well, I agree with you. Oh man, but the judges are out. It's never going to go away. So I just got to make sure that my cover is spot on. And it is. And you want your cover to be spot on. So punctuality is something you could stink at or be really good at. So that's what I'm talking about when I say a stinker list. Stinker list sounds kind of funny, doesn't it? But it's exactly those things, and we've all got different things that stink about us, but it's those things that repel that partner that we want. But it goes deeper. It goes deeper because, remember you said love of a lifetime. There's a whole life attached to it. Where you're living, how you're living, what you're driving, experiences. Oh man, it's all connected. So you want to work on your stinker list. I backed off a little bit because options were opening up and I'm not ready. So if you've had trouble getting this one, trying to find something along, some of you 20 years or more, look at yourself. Something's not right. Oh yeah, people, Chrissy Salem, if we've never met before, we're talking about winning is a habit that we could develop. Yeah. So we're going to write down a goal for us as people. What do you got to work on? Punctuality? Is this something else? So we got 3 goals. Can you have more goals in life? Of course. But it's these 3. Oh, the likes are coming in. Thank you so much for that. Because it's important to me that you have an enjoyable time, because of course you can watch the dancing chicken with the Donald Trump head, but he's just not as enjoyable. Or you can watch the chicks with the double D's. Well, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Now me, on the other hand, when was the last time you seen one like me? Oh, you know what? I have to get you to stop. You're scrolling. You're not happy. You're miserable. You're trying to find something just to grab your attention and keep your attention. Well, how do you do? Here I am. Chrissy Salem at your service. Because in the last 24 hours, you have talked about everything else. Current events, the weather, your co-workers' problems, your kids' problems, your partner's problems, your health problems, your to-do list, which you despised, even though you made it. All that energy expended about talking about those things, what's left for you? Nothing. You gotta focus on you. You're number one. And how can you prove to yourself that you're number one? Check this out. You got a goal written down for your money, your health, and you as a person. If you can look down at a piece of paper right now and see that, I commend you. You're number one. Because people will come along and take your time and use your time and manage your time, and you might not like it. You're like, well, I'm just going to deal with it. But time goes on. See, got to have a goal for your money, your health, and you as a person. That's how you're in control. That's how all of us are in control. So what is it? What's the money goal? What's the health goal? What's the me as a person goal? Because we all think about that better version. Am I right? You just listened to a podcast about it. Yeah. Oh, you bought an audiobook. And you've been doing this for a while, just like all of us. Oh, and you can never get to that better version. Sounds good. Can't grasp it. And maybe that's why I look at it a little different. That if you have a goal for your money, for your health, and you as a person, that's a different kind of person than who you are today. And I talk to you, you do this today, I talk to you in 30 days, you're going to be different. There's going to be something different about you. Chin's up a little higher. Self-confidence a little bit better. Maybe you bought some new clothes. So you're like, yeah, I'm on my money game. I'm on my six-pack, my health. Oh, and I'm on me. And you make winning a habit. So the first thing you can do is write down your goals every day, once a day at least. Imagine doing that for 30 days, for 1 month. Wow. You've never done that before. And you're not invisible to me. I see you. You've got goals. You've got dreams. Quit hiding. I know you haven't taken a shower in 2 or 3 days. You didn't shave. Your hair's still a mess. But that don't matter. We got to look at the inside. That's what matters. And it's looking pretty good. Look at all that potential. Come on, get up. Has life knocked you down? Sometimes life knocks us down, for sure. All of us. And sometimes we stay down. We get the wind knocked out of us. We say, I'm just going to stay down here. When time goes by, and it's a long time, maybe today's the day you need to get back up. You've got a life to live. You have dreams and goals. And it all starts with the simple habit of writing down those 3 goals every day. And then you want to get busy on them. Well, of course, I had to tell you that part. You got to get busy. No one will for you. In fact, people will get in your way when you start getting too busy for them. Well, you're sure working a lot. What do you care about his family? Blah, blah, blah. But they like the paycheck and the extra money to go out to the Chinese buffet. Or he's acting a little different. What's he on? Heard that one before? Somebody sees you're happy and they say, what are they on? Really? Again, it goes back to the same thing. You spend all your time and energy talking about things that don't add to your bank account, to your waistline, or to your love life. And you keep losing. So when are you going to change the conversation? That's why it's good you and I are together. Man, if the algorithm suggested me, shout out to the algorithm. Or if I just appeared in your feed. Because you needed to hear this today. Enough's enough. Get off the fence. I see you. Can't hide from me. We've never met before. I'm Chrissy Salem Man. Are you playing hide and go seek with me? Because I see you. See, we've got 3 things in common. We don't want money trouble, man. We want excellent health, and we want the kind of romance that we want. But if we're not actively pursuing these things, what happens to our self-confidence? It's in the toilet. And let's say on top of that, you're really struggling with being overweight or struggling with a low-paying job. I mean, it just all compounds. You're like, whatever, I want to play my game, to escape. I get it. But that's not what you signed up for. That's not the life that you want. Take a step back. Chrissy, a goal for my money. Okay, I want more. Yeah, you're right. When I was a medium, I didn't say I was going to be a 2XL. Well, you're right. I had to buy the personal lubricant this week. I discreetly ordered it, and it comes in discreet packaging because I got people living here. It's cool. I get it. It's a grim reality all of us face or are facing or have faced. We don't stay in it. We get moving. So it's a good thing you ran into me today because now you're going to get moving. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. Are you getting value? Are you being entertained? Hit that like button. Do you know somebody that's going through a rough time? Rough patch? Well, share me with them. Don't be stingy. Or you got somebody you don't like, somebody you kind of want to stick it to. Because for some oddball reason, I tend to stick it to some people. Well, let's just roll with it and send me on over. We've never met before. I'm Chrissy Salem, and we're rocking this morning because we're talking about winning is a habit. It's not a one-time event in life and, okay, I could check that off, been there, done that. Nah, man, it's every day. You're winning with your money. You show up to work on time. You leave when you're supposed to leave. That's winning with your money. You said no to the Twinkie and yes to the chicken breast, and it was really dry. But that's winning. Oh, and that last person that looked at you, they're like, 100 pounds overweight. You're like, man, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Things are changing for you. Roll with it. Don't be surprised, because now, as soon as you say, I'll tell you this, man, because as soon as you have some goals, life comes along and tests you. So you have a goal for your money. Chrissy, I'm going to work overtime this weekend. Life is listening and says, really? Oh, and come Saturday, you get up and a dog craps on the carpet. That is just so random. Or you go to the cupboard and there's no cereal for the kids. Oh, how random is that? But that's how life tests us. Really, you gonna go make more money? Let's see you do it. And it, especially with diet and exercise. Everybody, oh, this, and now I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Life is always testing us, really. When was the last time you've been to the gym? You made a commitment to yourself. You just let it go. Because you got to get excited for you. Because there's only one you. Oh, I got to sell you on you. So listen, let's affirm something. I want us all to make a decision together, a group decision, individually made of your own volition. And then to give you something to prepare for the worst. So we've been doing this now. 2 lines. Say it with me. So I make it a beautiful day, even when nothing is going my way. So I make it a beautiful day, even when nothing is going my way. You made a decision, right? You said, so I make it a beautiful day. And then you're preparing for trouble, right? Even when nothing goes my way. That shows prudence. See, that's a winner. You're planning for trouble. It's not going to surprise you. It's not going to blindside you. How many times have you been surprised? Whose fault is that? It's always my fault that I'm surprised. So I quit being surprised, 'cause I know it's coming. In the forms of people, places, and things. Life is always testing us. So be ready for that. But that's what winners got to deal with. You're not sitting around no more. You're doing something about yourself. Because you want to. Because there's a life you want. There's the kind of car you want to drive. There's a place you want to live. There's things you want to see. Oh, well, guess what? That's going to take you working on you. And that's a blast, man. It's a rock and roll party. I'm always saying that because it makes sense. Makes all the sense in the world. Who's more important than you? Let me rub my legs together. Crickets. You're number one. You are number one. Start acting like it. Start walking like it. Talking like it. And it all begins by writing a goal down for your money, for your health, and you as a person. That's developing a winning habit. Now, don't that sound good? And you haven't spent a dime? I don't think you even broke a sweat, unless it's just hot where you're at. So you got some value. You know, because somebody shared that with me a long time ago, and I jumped on it. And here I am today. It's the same for you. So what's your dream? What's your goal? What are you working on? Let me tell you a quick story. 2 young men, early 70s. Yeah, I Googled this. 2 young men, early 70s, had a dream, had a vision, had a goal. Well, they got together with 2 others. And fast forward 50 years later, you know I'm talking about Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons. They had a kiss-sized dream. Kiss. What's your kiss-sized dream? Are you that young lady having to lose that 30 pounds to fit into that dress because you're getting married and you just love the dress? Oh, are you that young man, just scraping for a down payment on a rock? You're like, Chrissy, man, she's beautiful and I love her. I gotta marry her. Because I know there's more to life than money, abs, and looking good and all that stuff. But you deal with all these things. But you don't get sucked in by them, into other people's drama. Oh, it's so rampant. You know it. Other people's drama. At the store, at your job, you know, in your household, it's obligatory because it's your family. But man, outside of that, they just keep coming. Anybody will vomit their problems on you. They don't want a solution. They just want to vent. And what happens when you vent? Your problem, which is this big, just got this bigger. Because you keep talking about it. It's just growing. See, so what you've been talking about in the last 24 hours. If your bank account is frowning at you, oh, if your waistline, if you can't get to that button to button it, and on a personal lubricant, you better be listening. When did you give up on yourself? Something happened. Some life event happened, and well, you kind of gave up on yourself. Think about that. You gave up on yourself. That's why your money sucks and your waistline's not where you want it. And your love life. Oh, so I'm here to tell you, stop giving up on yourself. Admit it, you're number one. Say it with me, man. So I make it a beautiful day even when nothing is going my way. So I make it a beautiful day even when nothing is going my way. Because a winning habit is paying attention to your thinking. We're always talking to ourselves and it's usually garbage. So we're going to combat it with, so I make it a beautiful day. Repeat after me. Even when nothing is going my way. Now sometimes you remember better with a jingle. Let's do it in jingle style. So I make it a beautiful day, even when nothing is going my way. So I make it a beautiful day, even when nothing is going my way. Man, you are powered up and armed. You made a solid decision. Oh, and you're ready for whatever's coming. Can we say that about your neighbor, about your partner? We can't, but we can say that about you. Oh, and that rocks, man. All right, people, Chrissy Salem, thanks so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you again. Oh, yeah, YouTube family. I had to get off of TikTok. So who am I speaking with? You know, it's kind of dark in here. Oh, Xanax. Okay, yeah. Oh, most excellent Xanax. I was just talking to you. We were just talking in last night. Yeah. Crazy cool. And now here we are together. Yeah, you know, when I'm doing a live, it's hard for me to break off and just talk to one person. Then everybody gets all, so. But I'll stay afterwards and say, hey, how you doing? Gonna kick some butt today? You know it. So I believe I asked you a question. I said, Xanax, what was the first impression on your being, on your person? Of something of, you know, art, music, entertainment, because that's where the key is. I told you what happened to me. Oh, my grandparents were Kiss fans, and Grandpa loved Benny Hill, so look what happened. Because I had that question too, and I thought about it, and I'm like, dang, that's right. It's exactly where it's from. Cool, now I can move on. So yeah, thanks so much for being here. Oh yeah, you know, I'll be talking to you again. Got a question? Feel free, I love to help. Oh yeah.